Do you remember the miracle at Manchester? Okay, so let me
refresh
jog
me.
your memory here.
Yeah.
It's game number 3 of the playoff series between the Kings and the Oilers in 1982.
Okay, I saw that. I saw it.
Okay,
Yeah.
and the Oilers go up 5-0.
Yeah.
And, it's in LA, so I'm in Saskatchewan, and my dad's like, okay, they've won the game, go to bed. So I go to bed, and I can't remember if it was that night that my dad woke me up or it was the next morning and he had bad news for me that they came back 6-5. Yeah. I never got to see what happened, but the Kings had came back, and, I just started, I was young, I started crying, right?
Yeah.
And because they were up 5-0. So how does that happen? Did you ever see that game?
I did, and it's been on quite a few times. They love showing it because it really teaches kids. It teaches, young girls playing hockey, young boys playing hockey, adults playing hockey, that anything can happen in the game of hockey. And it just, when you watch some of the game, it was like the referees early on wanted the Oilers to win. And then the other team just gave it everything they had, blocking shots, diving in front of the puck. And then all of a sudden, things just started changing. And they were getting chances, and they were scoring goals. And guys that never scored a goal in 200 games would score a goal. And, they weren't pretty goals, but it was just all-out effort. And I think, especially in LA, they show that all the time on their big screen. So it's a great lesson for kids and anyone playing sport that anything can happen. If everybody in your team is pulling the chain, I guess you'd say, in the right direction.
I watched that game 2 nights ago, and it was the first time I'd seen that game since my dad woke me up that day. And I must have been about 4 years old when that happened, maybe 5 years old. And anyways, so I'm like watching this game, like just totally crumble on the Oilers. And I'm thinking, in the third period, there's no way. There were so many little miracles.
Yeah, there was.
There was an empty net for Glenn Anderson. There was an empty net for Pat Hughes. There was all these breakaways that were just like crazy miraculous misses. It was almost destiny.
It was the
for
hockey
the LA
gods.
Kings. Has that ever happened to you?
The hockey gods, absolutely. I believe in that. What the hockey gods to me is if you've worked hard, put in your time, and your competition has kind of relaxed and hasn't worked as hard, but you keep working hard, you keep training, you keep whatever it is in the sense of practicing, skating, shooting, and everyone on the team has the same mindset. It's really interesting how the hockey gods, much like you see a lot of some guys, they'll go 10, 15 games without scoring a goal. And then all of a sudden they start scoring. And usually what they've done, they've got out on the rink early, first guy out there, shot at extra 100 pucks, tipped pucks after practice. They did everything they could to be ready, and then you get rewarded. It's kind of like a little reminder that the game of hockey is all about how much time you put into it and how much effort you put into it. And you'll always get that bounce, it seems. Every time, if you put the honest effort in, and I mean really honest effort, you seem to get bounces.